I read a great quote from Elizabeth Gilbert that wrote a great book called Big Magic. She said, your creativity never promised you a living. And that is kind of true. Your creativity being, your music talent, your filmmaking, your whatever it is that you want to do, it never promised that you would make a lot of money. It only promised you an interesting life. A lot of people don't know that I was a tour bus driver before I was this at Soundstripe, the CEO of Soundstripe. Not being there for the launch was really, it just broke my heart. I was so sad. Even though we had like this great launch in June, website, a lot of traffic, we're growing like crazy, and I still am driving buses part-time. Driving a bus. I struggled as a composer, as a musician for years, never made much at all. But, I got to travel the world, I got to meet a lot of interesting people that I've never met, and it's been a heck of an interesting life. But when you want to actually make it a career, you have to think about it a lot differently. And I think about it as in, resistance, which Steven Pressfield wrote a good book about the war of art, and it talks about resistance being, fear is the #1 thing that why people don't start things, and then the second thing is the dip, which is a great Seth Godin book. Man, I'm quoting a lot of books right now. Every time I wanted to fold this thing up years ago, I would go back and read the dip, and it would get me through it. And the bigger the dream, the bigger the dip. If I wanted to start an oil company, well, there's a bigger dip. Elon Musk wants to start a rocket company. There's going to be a huge dip that's way bigger than starting Soundstripe, and it's just that long slog of like every day you get up, you work, you persist. You're not going to like it, you're going to fail, you keep going, and a lot of that murky middle is also doing things you don't like. And I have been a full-time bus driver for 8 years. And I am just now weaning myself off. I'm going to do some things in August and September, have to do, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to pay the rent, you got to support your family, and that's still priority over things.